For the past year, I've been following athletes as they dreamed their biggest dreams. From the trials in Eugene, the marathon in Orlando, OTQ chasers at CIM, and even the next generation of stars in Jamaica. And now, it's finally time to see that place where those dreams come true. So it's time to hop on a plane and head to Europe. This is a runner's weekend in Paris, France.
Yo, comment ça va? We have just made it into Paris. I just got into my room a minute ago, but the rest of the gang has already been here and they're itching to go for a run. So I'm gonna get changed and let's go meet them outside. All right, guys, we've now run from the hotel down towards the Seine. There's the torch cauldron. You can see the Eiffel Tower way in the distance. A lot of people down here. Megan and Megan have peeled off. They're gonna do 10 to 12 today. We're not gonna be that ambitious. We're gonna run maybe another half mile out and then we'll head back and get ready for some volleyball. All right, before we head downstairs to go to volleyball, I wanted to go through what ASICS left for me in the room. They left me this gigantic tote full of goodies. Let's see what's inside. We've got, ooh, look at this. Got a little Eiffel Tower on the side. And it is a nice, like, heavyweight zip up. Then we've got a polo Paris ASICS backpack. Ooh, vest. Then we got some socks. Nice pair of shorts. This one actually has a lot of pockets, especially for an ASICS pant. Then we've got, ooh, my daughter's gonna love this. This is like one of those cinchy bags. I'm gonna wear this today. I think I could bring a bag this size. I'm gonna put my pins in here. A hat. I think I'll wear this hat tonight. Check it out. Speaking of pins, we got an ASICS Paris pin. Nice. I think this is an Actibreeze shirt. And then the last thing in here is another fresh pair of Super Blasts. So that's what's in the box. I'm gonna go get my pins ready and head downstairs to go watch some volleyball.
Before we went to volleyball, we stopped by the boat that ASICS had rented out. It was docked along the Seine and sat right by the Eiffel Tower. There were special cocktails aboard to celebrate ASICS athletes in Paris, and there were light bites to eat, or hors d'oeuvre, as they call them here. Val Allman stopped by with her gold medal, and I got a chance to hold it. It was so much heavier than I thought it would be. Dina Castor was there with her family. We all sang happy birthday to her husband and coach, Andrew Castor. And then it was also Carl's birthday, so we sang to him too. Then it was time to head to the beach volleyball stadium. We've left the boat, and now we're in the area for
beach volleyball. Eiffel Tower's behind me. There's a wonderful area out here where there's food and beverages. They don't sell alcoholic beverages inside the stadium. I think it's a French rule. So you'd come out here. That's where that's for. We're gonna go inside. Action's about to start. This is incredible, guys.
I don't know if all beach volleyball is like this or if it was an Olympics thing, but the level of crowd participation here was unparalleled. Whenever a point was scored, the PA and the DJ had people chanting, clapping, and cheering in unison. The sun was hot, but the energy was infectious, and the views were just magnificent.
All right, time for a quick pit stop to the hospitality tent, and then we're back for more volleyball action. Missed it.
After the last match of the evening, we headed back to the river. We had a few hours to kill until sunset, but we managed to entertain ourselves. We got back on the ASICS boat. Olympic triathlete Flora Duffy stopped by, and soon, the moment I had been waiting for occurred. With the sun now down for the evening, the Eiffel Tower was ready to shine. Good morning. It is a little bit after 8 a.m. on a Thursday here in Paris. We're gonna go for a little run.
This morning's run was led by ASICS and included all the media and retail partners that ASICS had brought for the trip. We wanted to get a picture in front of the Arc de Triomphe, and there's a convenient tunnel so you don't have to try and cross the multiple lanes of insane car and scooter traffic. And from there, we ran past the Flame of Liberty, which is where Princess Diana died, and then we ran down along the river, taking a quick break for a photo. Now, the route was supposed to be an out and back that was longer than I wanted to run that morning, so the casters and I waited for the group to return so we could all run back together. But the group must have taken a bit of a different route home, so after a while, we just headed back to the hotel on our own.
All right, guys, we got split up from the group, heading back to the hotel with Dina, and she took me up a road that has all these stairs on it. All right, we made it back. Now I have to head back to where I pretty much just came from on the run, because my sister hooked it up, and I'm gonna get a tour of the NBC primetime studio.
The NBC studios were inside Musée de l'Homme, and inside were control rooms and sets for the Today Show and NBC Prime Time. The views from those sets were more impressive than they look on TV, and it was surprising how close the sets were to each other and how many lights they needed to make the show run.
Yo, what's going on? We got the Kofuzi Run Club coming to you live from Paris!
We also got to see the indoor primetime set with the giant screen in the middle, and then we walked by all the work areas for media, network affiliates, analysts, and scriptwriters. There were so many desks and so many screens. And last, we walked by the backdrop they set up for social media content before we headed out from the door. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the tour of the Primetime and Today Show sets. Really cool. Thank you to my sister for setting that up and for NBC for giving us that little tour. Amazing. Because it's in like a museum and because it's like a restaurant and stuff in there, they have like 2 days to break it all, everything that they did in there down after the Olympics are done. So much stuff that they're gonna have to move. We're gonna try and take a bike back to the hotel. Look at these bikes. This bike hauls. Like I just push it a little bit and it's not like a pedal assist. It's full electric, it feels like.
It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need.
This feels very unsafe.
You just have to be
Yeah.
So lonely. Don't tell me lies now. I always get mine. Don't play with me. Do you want it? Can't feel me? No. Can you handle it?
It's not as relaxing on the cobblestone. Time to hop in another car.
You get sick,
Let's go
right?
to the ASICS house. The ASICS house was a space where ASICS could connect with their athletes and also host events. It was a multi-level space with a different theme on each level. The main level had a wall of shoes, a DJ, a shoe customizer who wasn't Greggy Tahara for some reason, and multiple giant screens for watching Olympics. There were also multiple outdoor areas spread throughout the space. The next level was for shoe innovations. It started with a museum of ASICS historical shoes, which then led to a space for next-gen 3D printing projects, like this gigantic 3D printed shoe. And there was also a super clean room on that level, dedicated to Nimbus. The next couple levels had meeting and gathering spaces, one of which would be where Believe in the Run did some podcasts. And then the top level had a gorgeous rooftop deck with spectacular views. The reason I was there was because there would later be a panel where me, Believe in the Run, and Featherstone Nutrition would be speaking to retailers about our experiences with the Move Your Mind tour, where we had the chance to run in cities all over the US and connect running crews, running brands, and run specialty together in a win-win-win scenario. And there were so many ASICS athletes just wandering around the halls of the ASICS house. 5-time Olympian Abdi Abdurrahman stopped by, and Clayton Young also made an appearance. I didn't want to get too close to him since he had to race in 2 days, but he seemed in very good spirits.
Go get off your feet, and the whole family will be out there screaming our heads off. When you think you have nothing left, know that we're giving you a little more.
Thank you. Just got off our van. I think the group's all here. We're gonna head into the stadium. First stop, hospitality.
Alright, so the hospitality suite has some food, like hors d'oeuvre kind of things, drinks.
Because Thomas and I didn't have media credentials, neither of us could bring in our big cameras into the stadium. So instead, I brought a Sony phone that had a long optical zoom in it, and Thomas brought the other Sony device I had been considering for this trip, the Sony RX100. I think Thomas was pretty happy with what he was getting out of his camera. Me personally, I was a bit disappointed. But then again, I wasn't at the Olympics to photograph the event. I was there as a fan of the sport. And for that, what I had was more than enough.
Alright guys, let's go pick up some souvenirs while we got a minute.
I've thrown a javelin once. Yeah, maybe 5 total throws. It was 25 years ago.
Alright guys, that's it for today at the track, but we'll be back tomorrow. Ooh. Heads up, heads up, heads up. Woo. Good morning everybody. It is a little bit after a little bit before 7 a.m. here on a Friday in Paris. We are currently running from the hotel to the group run. Can't wait to see you guys all there. Alright, we're here. It's beautiful.
The group run was a joint event with Believe in the Run, Citius Mag, and me. We had originally planned for a more remote location as we were worried about creating too large of a group that might draw too much attention from the city. But we realized that mornings were pretty chill in Paris, so when a lot of people messaged us about just how remote the original location was, we decided to go somewhere more central, the Louvre. Turnout was really good, and the energy was nice and chill. Citius brought shirts to give away, and we had Citius Mag Believe in the Red kofuzi buttons for people to wear.
Good, Tommy. Good, looking good.
I would have never thought that I'd be part of a group run like this, and I'm thankful for each and every person who came out.
Finished with the group run. I had a great time running with you and meeting so many of you in person. Thanks so much for coming out. Now, I got a workout of my own that I got to do. It's a light one, but I'm already so tired. We'll see how it goes. It's a little bit of a fartlek, 8 times, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. First one done. It's getting hot, and I have not been sleeping well, and not been eating well, and I'm feeling that right now. Just finished the FIP rep. Now I'm gonna turn it around, head back. One more to go. Let's go. This isn't my first time in Paris. I was actually here 20 years ago with my wife, but before she was my wife. We stayed at a hotel near Notre Dame Cathedral. I had a nice view from the 3rd floor windows. I believe it is that building over there where we stayed. Still under construction and renovation, but it's looking pretty good right now. So the Believe in the Run gang is all doing stuff back over at the ASICS house, but I don't need to be there for that. So I'm going to do some exploring. Let's go find some of the nation houses. First stop, South Korea. Got off the metro. It was super convenient, very fast. Very short ride that got me several miles away, but it is very crowded, which makes sense. It's the Olympics, but it's also very hot. It was not air conditioned there. But now I'm on my way to the South Korea house, but I have not been eating as well as I should have been while I'm here. So I stopped by the first sandwich cart I could find to get a baguette sandwich. It's good.
The Korea House was a place where people could see the Korea opening ceremony kit, buy Team Korea merch, watch Korean athletes compete at the games, and experience a bit of Korean culture. From kimchi to K-pop, the place was a giant kiosk dedicated to getting people interested in Korea tourism. There was even a street food station where I got a veggie mandu and tteokbokki combo for 10 euros, and then I had a chance to try on some humble.
Got off another train. Now I'm in Place Clichy, kind of near Montmartre, but I'm gonna try and check out the Adidas House.
Like the ASICS House, the Adidas House wasn't open to the public, but it was a space where the brand could connect with and take care of its athletes, where media could visit for interviews, and where there were watch parties. There was a coffee bar and food. Haile Gebrselassie was there eating macaroni and cheese, and German marathon record holder Emanuel Petros was there 2 days before the marathon, photobombing people's FaceTimes. Noah Lyle's 100-meter gold medal spikes were already on display, as were the team kits for all the federations Adidas was sponsoring. Now, I didn't have an appointment or any specific reason to be at the house, except that I had been invited to stop by. I was also invited to the Puma House, Tracksmith House, and Veja House, and I had intended to visit all of those as well, but unfortunately, there were just so many houses and so little time.
All right. That was a lot of fun. Now it's time to head back to the hotel. Let's take a bike. Switched out the contents of the bag to get ready to go back to the stadium tonight. Before we head there, we're first going to have a curated wine tasting hosted by Dina Castor.
The wine tasting event was in a cellar, which I just assumed was centuries old. Don't tell me if it's not. We started off with some celebratory champagne. Dina wore her Dina ASICS, and then we were presented with giant trays of meats and cheeses. We had lots of delicious wines, and then it was time to head back out to the stadium.
All right, guys, we've left the wine tasting. It was a lot of wine, a lot of very good wine, but a lot of it. But now we are here back at the stadium. We're navigating our way to hospitality. Let's go.
Chaser.
It's really fun down here on this lower level because you're closer to the action, but also people are trading pins like crazy. I've traded more pins in the last 5 minutes than I have the entire time I've been here in Paris. It's fun. Come on, Good morning. It is a little bit before 6:30 in the morning here in Paris on a Saturday. It's the morning of the men's marathon. Temperature is about 65 degrees, so very comfortable. Warm for running PBs, but it is a summer marathon. Just waiting for breakfast to start here at the hotel, and then we'll head to the start line. It is 7:10. Made it to the start line area. Decent number of people already here. Got about 5 minutes to start. It's getting crowded here. I'm going to try to get over to the 5K mark. There's so many people here. That's a big pack. They're coming through fast.
The Paris Olympic Marathon course was historic in that it replicated the Women's March on Versailles. And while it was a fitting tribute to the first games where the percentage of men's and women's competitors was equal, it was a tough course for spectators. If you wanted to see the start or finish, you couldn't see any of the middle of the race. So with about an hour and a half before I'd see the runners again, I decided to join the ASICS watch party back near the 3K mark of the race. Projection screen had the race on, there was pizza, pastries, and coffee, and I was able to sit outside with Megan Featherston to watch the American call of the race.
Left the restaurant now. The race is at about the 30K mark. They're coming down the big hill. I'm gonna go try to get by the finish. There's a very big cordoned off area for like the finish grandstands, but we'll see how close I can get. Made it to the 42K mark. There's a lot of people here. Ooh, it's a beautiful place.
Thanks a lot.
What's your name?
Nicola.
Nicola, nice to meet you.
Yeah, me too. See you.
Have a great day. That's going to be it for me for the Penn Marathon. Now let's get back to the hotel, try to put a reel together quick, and then let's go explore some more. Just finished putting up a reel onto Instagram. Now I feel like getting some food, and I've been in the mood ever since I got here for some French fries. We've made it to the Nations Village. This is where a lot of countries have their houses. Kind of all put them together. That's Mexico House right there. Let's see what else we can find.
Some of the nation houses were gigantic and elaborate. USA House was an entire building and cost several $100s to enter. Canada House was 30 euros to get in, but many houses were free, like Slovakia House. There, you could buy traditional foods, beer, and Olympic trading pins. And they had interactive sports to try, like this virtual luge thing. Next door was Mongolia House, which was a party. There was dancing and archery and a hut. I had heard that you could also buy fermented mare's milk drink. But neither Robbie nor I were brave enough to try it on this hot summer day. And the last stop that Robbie and I had time for was the pin trading zone. It was the final boss of Olympic geekdom. If you wanted to buy, sell, or trade pins, this was the place to do it. It was nerdy, but intense, and I loved every minute of it.
Pin trading, the Collectors Village was a success.
Did you trade, buy, or what'd you do?
I just bought.
Okay. I traded a couple.
Yeah, I got my pigeon pin, which I was looking for.
Nice.
Kofuzi let me have the one with sneakers. I appreciate that, dude.
No problem.
And I just like this Wheaties box at the USA.
That's fun. Watch your step.
It's pretty cool.
That was fun. Stressful, but fun.
Next on our itinerary was a farewell dinner. We got there a bit early, so we found an empty bar nearby. Thomas tried to order a martini, and somehow that ended up with him behind the bar making drinks. The bartender was friendly, and the atmosphere perfect.
and soon it was time to head over for dinner. Dinner was on the top floor of a small building, and it felt like we were eating in a greenhouse that wasn't hot somehow. Food and drink flowed effortlessly, and it was a lovely way to say goodbye to the crew that I'd spent much of the last 4 days with.
Well, now that we're at the end of the week, what was the best thing you did in Paris? It could be Olympics related or not.
Best thing I did in Paris was lose my voice at the women's 4x100, as you can hear. Second best thing was a group run from the Louvre. And third best thing was not get enough sleep. Not getting a lot of sleep or having a good time.
The best moment?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was hugging all the people that we love. I also enjoyed that Kofuzi came out and came to party, and that's always a blast. I think that really, I hate to say it, I love our group runs. Like, I love seeing all the people that connect with us online, and then we get to see them in real life, and we get to run together.
So this is not maybe what I expected at all to be my favorite moment, but the first night we got here, which I wasn't even sure how we were going to stay up all night and go to our first event, was in volleyball, and it was a vibe. It was probably the most fun environment I've ever been in. There was a DJ hyping us up the whole time. We became Brazil fans for volleyball, and it was epic and very fun.
My favorite actual moment was Carl's birthday.
Oh, yeah, Carl.
On the boat, in front of the Eiffel Tower, with the rings, at 10 p.m., dancing to Britney Spears.
You know, I don't mean to sound selfish, but I'm going to echo what Feather said, and it had to have been celebrating my 33rd birthday on the boat right by the Eiffel Tower. I was unaware that I was going to be sung happy birthday, and I found out that I also share a birthday with Coach Andrew Castor. So when Dina was like, we're celebrating birthdays, and I got to do it with him, that to me was just a very special moment, not just professionally, but personally. It meant a lot to be around my coworkers and other people in the space that I've looked up to for so many years, and to me that was just like a milestone in my own life. So
That's a great answer. Happy birthday, Carl.
thank you, Carl.
I love you, buddy.
Good morning, everybody. It is a little bit after 7 a.m. here on a Sunday in Paris. Last day, last event. Let's head over to the start line of the women's marathon.
Okay, the women are off. Let's head back over to the Louvre, get to the next spot. Good job, Emily! Good job, Dakota!
that's it for the women's marathon, and that's it for my time here in Paris at my first Olympics. I had an incredible time, so many great memories, so many great adventures. It's so much fun. I'm exhausted now. I'm gonna head to the airport. I can't wait for the next one.